Good evening, everyone. Well, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is doing fine. And we have already Eddie here. Hello, hello. And welcome to the stream and to the chat. So today we are flying with the just flight 146300 from Lourdes in France to Croatia. So a little island from Croatia. That's the place where we're flying to. Flight time will be around 1 hour and 40 minutes. And I'll try to show you a navgraph as well. So here we go. This navgraph, we will fly over France, of course, then Italy, and then we come into Croatia. And so we will prepare the aircraft, and then we can take off here. And this is standard airport here in France. The airport from Croatia is actually a freeware, but a very nice one. So if you want to see that at the end, we will do a tour. So let's jump into the cockpit. And I was looking for my button for the webcam, didn't find it, so there it is. So welcome, welcome, and welcome in the cockpit as well. So we work without a checklist for now. During the flight we will use the checklist because there are other things that need to be done. So first of all, batteries can come on, and then we see that we have also external power, so we can turn that on. So we have external power. So yaw dampers and master and AP master, avionics master A and B can come on. Also anti-skid. And actually all those buttons here, the brake fans, can go to auto. And then the DC pump, AC pump, PTU, all can come on. And so first we will do our FMC, and we will ask permission to take off as well.
Lord Ground Air France 110 with mic request taxi for takeoff north departure.
Air France 110 taxi to and hold short of runway 20 using taxiway Alpha.
So 20, I don't know if I had planned that. Yes, indeed. That's the one. So we reply on that, and then we go to our FMC. So we go to IDX, second page here, then route menu, and we download it from a SimBrief. So there we go. We choose the first one. SimBrief gave me some errors too, I think, but there is no issue there. So we execute, and then we go to the departure page, runway at 20, and then we need to have a 1R. So that's the second page, and the first one here, and then we can execute for arrival, and that will be a runway 14, maybe. So for now we take runway 14, that's ILS, and we need a rotor 1W. So we go to the second page, third page, the last one here. This is the one that we need, and then execute. We go to the next page, next page, and then we have here a discount. So I think we just can ignore that and delete. I'm just gonna check navgraph for that to make sure. And so we go to app, and then we check, And we go one page further, just to check everything. 114, that's this one. Then we are on the glide slope. And this one I don't really find immediately. So we go to the previous page. So I think we just can clear that one, and then we can go. So execute that, and then our flight plan will be good. Okay, so that's that. So let's continue. So we also need to board the passengers, and of course I forgot something, because we also need to load our cargo and stuff like that, and we need to do that in ONAIR company. That's what we fly today. I really forgot that. So we will start with that. So we have 6 jobs, and we have actually in those 3 that we will deliver today in Croatia. So from France to Croatia. We have also a big one here, but that covers a big part of the world, so we will not do that. And we don't have a long distance plane, only the A330 of course. So we go back, and then we can load up our plane, and then we see that we here have the British Aerospace 146300, and our condition is 64% frame condition. Engines are okay. So we go here and we will load it. So we have live animals, dried goods, and ground spare parts, so we can load that. Then we have also holiday makers, technicians, soldiers, technicians again, film crew, and holiday makers. So then we see that we have total packs 77, so 43 in first class and 34 in business. Eco seats we don't have in this plane. You can configure that how you want. So and we have still 1,815 kilograms left, but we need to fuel as well, so we totally fuel. Then we have 683 left, and then we also need 2 flight attendants, so we will put them in. So we have 510 kilograms left. So everything is loaded up, everything is for the same destination, and then we can also validate the fuel and the payload. Before I do that, I will put that in, and so that we have no issues. So I will put that aside, and I will load manually. Normally ONAIR company does that for you, but I noticed already in this plane sometimes it's not correct. The important thing is that we have the gross weight actually to 43,000 kilograms. That's the most important thing, and then also enough fuel, of course. So for the fuel, I just need to check that the fuel will be, let's say, 9,038, and that will be enough. So we put that for 9,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Air France. Please store your baggage in the belly compartment. Only small hand baggage and accessories must be
So I
placed
think it's
under
that will be enough fuel. So we need to take off some packs.
Smoking is prohibited and cigarettes are not permitted. They must be switched off and kept on you.
And then we need to go
bonsoir,
to
bienvenue à bord d'Air France.
43,000.
Veuillez ranger votre valise cabine dans les coffres, seuls les accessoires.
715.
Doivent être placés sous le siège avant vous. Les issues de secours doivent rester
So I
dégagées.
think it will be like this.
La cigarette électronique n'est pas autorisée. Elle doit être éteinte et
And then we can validate the fuel and payload.
Terminé, merci. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. The cabin crew is pleased to be joining on this flight. They are here to ensure both your safety and well-being during the journey. We will shortly be departing. Please take your seat.
So then we need to take this one as double the cost of the fuel.
Wish you a very pleasant flight. Madame, Monsieur, bonsoir. Tout l'équipage est heureux d'être votre compagnie et s'assurera de votre sécurité ainsi que de votre bien-être durant ce voyage. Notre départ
So
est
it takes
proche. Merci de vous
6
asseoir,
minutes.
attacher et ajuster votre ceinture de sécurité. Air France et ses partenaires SkyTeam vous souhaitent un agréable
And then we
voyage.
can wait for that. Actually, I cannot do anything before I start tracking, actually. So otherwise I get penalty points. So we have already our route. We don't need to push back or something, so we can go straight out of here. Jonah Roberto, hello, hello. Thanks for joining. And so our FMC is already set up, but we can already set up our ILS. We have still some 5 minutes, something like that, and then we can prepare the rest. So for our destination, and there is no nothing in. We'll check the second page, arrival data. Then we ILS 14, and there is actually nothing that I can use. So we go back here, program, also not, and if you fly all the different aircraft, then you get confused sometimes. But we can also find that in a Navigraph, of course. So if I go to the app, and then we see that the final course is 140, so we will put that in 140. And there we go. And then our we can already turn this on. There we go. ILS frequency will be 108.5, so we'll put this on 108.5, and then also on this one we will use, and then it's set as well. Et voila, all the rest can come on as well. Put this up, yaw damper can come on. And then also brake temperature. And there we go. You can also set the power for this. And then we set a takeoff. First we need to test normally. So we will do a test. In the meantime I check also ONAIR company. So that will be less than 3 minutes and it will be done. So test is done, and we can put it, let's see, for the maximum performance. That will be 94.2, so that can go off again. Also cruising altitude will be flight level 300, so 30,000 feet. We will set that as well. And there we go. So, and then we can also put this on, because that's what we use today. Flight directors are on as well. And we check ONAIR company again. 1.6 minutes. So just a little while. And I think the rest is pretty much done as well. So we can put on some lights. There we go. Okay. So less than 1 minute. And we just wait for that and then we can continue. So today we fly the Air France CityJet livery. They don't fly anymore with the British Aerospace 146, but they had it in the past, also the RG. The newer version actually from the 146 that also will come in the sim. Just Flight will bring also the RG series, the 70s, 85 and 100, something like that. So, in the meantime, we see that ONAIR company is done with loading, so we can fly now. And then we will start tracking and hope everything will work. Also the time of day will change a bit. So everything seems to be not correct. Yeah, it's correct. This is gallons and this is what we have in kilograms, so we will check that. And it says now 42,399. It's just a little bit less than we had in ONAIR company. And I don't know why it's off. Normally it should be working. But I don't know, with this aircraft we have a little issue with that. Maybe I changed it in the settings actually from ONAIR company in kilograms, and before it was only in gallons or lbs. So, but we are good to go, so we can continue with the preparation of the aircraft. So we can put on some lights. So a logo light can come on, cabin emergency lights, no smoking light, navigation light on high, and then also beacon light can come on. Then also the inner fuel pumps, bus tie can come on as well, and then galley, ice detect. And then we start the APU. And then once the APU is started, we can close everything, and then we can also start the engines. So it's a shorter flight today, 1 hour and 40 minutes, so we have some time. Or at least I have some time. So also pack 1 can come on. Normally the pack 1 is for the uneven days and pack 2 is for the even days. And then actually we are ready. So APU generator can come on as well, and then also APU air. And then ground power can go off normally. So there we go. then we are checking everything. So altitude is set, our course is set, ILS frequency is set as well, FMC is set. I think we are pretty much done, and then we can also start our engines. So other fuel pumps, set this to 4 master start master switch, and then we can start with engine number 1. So there we go. Fasten seatbelt, and also this can come on. And I forgot actually to close the door and get rid of the ground power and the chocks. So the door is gone, all the passengers are boarded, and then the door can close as well. So there we go. And then we need to add fuel as well. Forgot that.
Will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
So we wait until engine number 4 is started up, and then we can start engine number 3. In the meantime, my fingers are sleeping. So engine number 4 is started up. Engine number 3, we hold this 1 second and then we can release it, and then engine 3 is starting up. And then we can add fuel as well. So it's a very nice plane. It takes some time to get used to all the knobs. It's not like an Airbus, but it's very nice. It is a bit a challenge. Also for taking off with this plane, it's also a challenge, especially when you are heavy loaded like we are now. And the set with the new plane that will come, the RG series, the newer version of the 146, that will give a better engine performance, so I believe also a better takeoff performance. In the meantime, your subcompact is here. Hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream, mate. How are you doing? I'm glad you are here. So we can add fuel at engine number 2. So today we are flying our my favorite plane again. So I'm always happy to fly this one. Sometimes it gives me a bit stress, but it's nice to fly this one. And I will also release or bring the newer version of this. It looks the same, just those gauges are different. It's more one glass thing, and so, and there are other some other differences in the systems. So engine number 2 is started up as well, so we can start engine number 1. And there we go. Your subcompact. I just did a flight Dublin to Madrid with a friend, streaming for an entire Discord server. Oh, very nice. And 1 hour and 55 minutes in the air. Nice, nice, nice. So from Dublin to Madrid. Nice. Your friend had full flaps and gear down 30 miles from the airport. Well, and your friend is a bit like me. Sometimes I'm also too early, or I don't do it at all, and then we have a belly landing. So either way. So we can make mistakes, and that's why we are not real pilots, and that we are just sim pilots. That's a good thing. We can make mistakes. But yeah, 30 miles away, landing gear down, full flaps. Full flaps, normally we do that just before landing. So it's a bit early, yeah. So meantime, all the engines are started up, as you can see. And then we can put on a generator number 4, generator 1. Yep, and those don't do anything. The fuel pumps. As in 3 pump. And then we can turn this off, master switch off. And ice protection, we can put that on. And then anti-ice can go. Actually, I needed to turn that on for engine start, but we didn't do that. No problem, it seems. So seat belts are on, everything is on here. PAX 2 is on as well. And I think we are good to go. All the lights are out. That means we are good. Now we put taxi lights on. Et voila. Now we check here. Everything is set. And then we start on this thing up again. We take off with flaps 30. So that will be around 120 knots takeoff speed. And then we check our flaps. Can we go backwards? No. Something like this. Saftaluka! Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. What plane is this? This is the Just Flight 146-300. So this is a very nice plane from Just Flight. It's a 4-engine short distance plane. So this is flaps 18. We go to flaps 24. And then we go to flaps 30. Maximum flap setting is 33, but that is only for landing and not for takeoff. So flaps are set. So this is the plane, the 4-engine plane. It's a very nice plane to fly. It's a handful to fly. And there we have a dancer. Very nice. We just miss some music. So we set this to take off. Then we have still parking brake on, brake fans selection on, and then flight recording off. And then I think we are set for everything. Just a last check. Alright, so we can turn that on as well. And then we are ready. If I forget something, let me know. I also see that my thrust levers are working. They are working, and that's a good thing. So there we go. Parking brake off. And actually I need to do the takeoff test. I push this button. We have no sound, so that's good. So we go to runway 20, I believe it was. And then we will see how we get this plane in the air. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes not so well. Especially when you set flaps to 18 fully loaded, your takeoff speed is 140, and that's a high speed for this plane. And then that plane wants to lift to the left, and then you get some damage or you crash. We already had that last time when we were flying to this airport. The autopilot was not working, and that was because of a bad takeoff. So we hold short here.
Lourdes Tower Air France 110.
And then we turn on our
at runway 20.
strobe light.
Air France 110, QNH 29er decimal minor 7, wind 229er at 17. North departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 20.
Okay, taxi lights stay on.
Cleared for takeoff runway 20 Air France 110.
And then we go to the end of the runway. We will turn there. Because we need all the runway, I guess. It's not the shortest runway today, but always make sure we have space enough. Like I said, this is a handful to fly, also to take off. With the Airbus A320 and with the Boeing 737, also the A330, you can take off without any problems. It goes very smooth all the time. But with this plane, you never know. So we turn, and I use my brakes. And those temperatures, 73 degrees for my brake, 71 is cooling down again. So we cannot do push too hard on the brakes. Now we will line up. Come on, move, move. So it's 18 degrees here in France. I'm happy to see that it's a bit cooler in France at the moment. Also in Belgium it's a bit cooler outside. And it was raining today, so we are very, very happy. So, takeoff lights can come on. There we go. And then we are ready to take off, I think. So there we go.
TMS set to take off. Power set, flex achieved.
Alright, everything is ready. There we go. And hopefully no crash.
Speed alive, both sides.
So the co-pilot is saying everything.
80 knots cross checked.
And then we need to adjust already to keep it straight. And start to lift to the left, rotate.
V2.
Airborne time logged.
And there we go. Not a perfect takeoff. And positive rate of climb, so gear up. Flaps to 24. And we try to make speed.
For north departure.
Flaps to 18.
Lourdes Tower Air France 110. Continue for north departure.
And so we need to make speed immediately. And we go to flaps full retraction, so flap 0. And then we will make a left turn. And and we are climbing very slowly in the beginning. We just need to have some speed. We have also some rain as well. So, and there we go. Once we reach 250 knots indicated, we go to IAE mode, and then we can start our climb. So that's about time now. And there we go. So now we start to climb. We have enough speed. Very important. So that was our takeoff. So we can go to sync mode. That gives us a bit more power, and it will reduce. So we stay with the throttles on full throttle, and when we are cruising, then we need to go to cruise mode, and then it will light up here, and that means that you need to adjust your throttles, because it's not auto throttle that we have here. So, and then you can, if the lights go out on 1, 2 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, then it's almost in the correct position. Your throttle don't need to be in the correct position, but close to. So now we'll make another turn to the left. And actually everything except the takeoff itself, because on the runway we're going to the left again. So it's even at flaps 30 we have that at 120 knots. If you have set flaps 18, then you need to go to 140, so then you stay longer on the runway, and then the chance is very big that you will go too far to the left, banking to the left, and that you will have a big problem. So 10,000 feet, lights off. And there we go. And I hope I set my strobe light. I will check that. And yes, that's on. And we can see here our scenery. And I just
Ladies and gentlemen, you may leave your seat once the stand has been switched off. During the cruise, we will remind you that you keep the seatbelt fastened and visible to make it easier for watching in case of slipping. Please be careful when opening the lift compartment, as items may fall out. Moreover, smoking the toilet or tampering with smoke detectors may result in prosecution. The use of e-cigarettes in the side of its battery are not permitted. You may not use your PC or USB socket to recharge your electronic device. To avoid the crushing risk of electronic devices in your seat, we strongly recommend that you stow it away safely. Should your electronic device slide under a seat or be missing, immediately alert the cabin crew without operating your seat. Madame, Monsieur, veuillez vous déplacer des distractions de la consigne. Attachés et visibles afin de faciliter nos vérifications en cas de turbulence. Soyez attentifs à la chute d'objets lors de l'ouverture des coffres à bagages. Fumer dans les toilettes ou porter atteinte au fonctionnement des détecteurs de fumée est passible de poursuite.
so we have some information about the aircraft.
Vous pouvez désormais utiliser la prise
So we will wait for that.
votre siège pour recharger votre appareil électronique. Afin d'éviter le risque d'écrasement de vos appareils électroniques, type smartphone ou tablette, dans votre siège, nous vous recommandons de les ranger. Si votre appareil est glissé sous un siège ou si vous ne parveniez pas à le localiser, alertez immédiatement l'équipage sans manipuler votre siège. Merci.
So this is the cabin from the back, and then we go back here. I forgot the safety briefing. Normally it starts up automatically when we do the pushback, but we didn't do any pushback today. So yeah, if someone wants to hear the whole safety briefing from Air France, let me know. I really can start it up anytime. So I have the one from Air France separately, so I can start it up if you want to hear it. Some are not nice, but this one from Air France is not bad. So if you are interested, then let me know, then I can still play it. It's around 5 minutes playtime. So normally I will check our checklist. So gears are up, flaps are up, engine air all 4 on. So we need to put them on. Do that now. APU air off. We will do that. APU off. So we stop the APU. Hydraulic AC pump and PT off. So we DC AC. We still need this one. AC pump can go off, and PTU also. Always make sure you don't put off the wrong one. And then anti-ice we don't need, and TMS mode is set to sync. So we also forgot one important thing, and that is this actually. We need to set this to 30,000 feet, set it like that. But they don't give problems because we are already at 20,000 feet. So normally we had already some issues, but no, it seems not to working in this plane at the moment. So then everything is done. And then we can waiting for our cruising altitude. That's 30,000 feet, so 9,000 feet. Ben, welcome to the stream and to the chat as well. I hope you are doing fine. En ja, wel lekker regen vandaag, zo het wel een beetje verfrissend. Nee, niet echt, maar toch een beetje regen. So I was saying that in my language that we had some rain, not that much, light rain. It was actually at my place very nice to have constantly light rain and not big one in once, because in some cities, I think in Ghent here in Belgium, it was a bit flood or something, because there was a lot of water. It was dry for weeks and the water cannot get into the ground actually, because everything is too dry. So, but we were lucky here at my place. It was raining from the morning, very softly the whole morning pretty much, so that was nice. So we are perfectly on course, as you can see, and then we go toward Switzerland, I believe, no, Italy. I will show you a Navigraph, and that's not what I want to show you, but give me 1 second, then I get rid of this. and then we can see our plan. And so we go to Grenoble in France, and then here we cross the border with Italy, and then here is the island in front of Croatia. So little island, and that's the place where we go to. It's a freeware airport, and yeah, it's actually very nice. It's a freeware, but very nice. You need to see that. So 20,400 feet, 23,400 feet, and then yep, we are still at 250 knots. That's why we need to make speed first. 250 knots indicated, and then we can turn on this button, and then it will climb, and it will keep its speed, and then only the climb rate will change. In the beginning we will climb at 2,000 feet, and then the higher we go, we will climb at 1,000 now, but we keep the speed until we are at 30,000 feet. So then we go to alt mode automatically, and that's it. From there we need to adjust our TMS here, if I say it correctly. I need to check if that is a TMS. Yes, TMS. So we need to change that to cruise mode, TGT, and then also these numbers need to be changed. So it's now 820, and we need to change that to something else, like 720, 740, 760, and that manages actually your speed, and also it will say to you in what position you need to set your thrust levers. So this is not an Airbus or a Boeing. It's not a newer aircraft, so it's a handful, and you always need to watch it. You cannot leave this plane alone for a few hours, because before you know, it's crashed. So there is also a plane in front of us. It's flying, it seems, the same route, and that guy is flying the Phoenix A320. And so transponder code is 7023, and he's flying at 36,000 feet. I wonder who that is. He's actually flying with the Condor livery. So I don't know if that guy is in the stream here, but if you are, let me know. So we go to the legs page. We cannot see him because it's pretty far away, but it's on the same leg that we are. Just at 36,000 feet. We are at 26,700. So, and we go to 30,000 feet. So this is not a real flight from Air France, CityJet, no. This is just a livery that I chose because we departed in France and we go to Croatia because we do the flight with or all the flights with a 1/6 300 we do them ONAIR company because it's difficult to find real flights for this plane. I find them, but I don't find deliveries from the companies that fly them because they are just small companies and nobody makes those deliveries for this plane. So yeah, we do it just in ONAIR company, and then every flight that we do, we give it another jacket or another livery. So yep. I also had a vote, I already forgot it. We have 11 votes. So for the fly-by-wire, 27%, the Phoenix A320-200, 36%, the Just Byte 146, 27%, and the PMDG, oh my god, has 9%. Before all those planes were released, and nobody would expect that. 9%. Alright, for PMDG, 36 for Phoenix. Well, before release of all those aircraft, nobody would expect that, I think. So PMDG was the plane that we needed to have, and I have only 11 votes here, but it is already enough, I think. Personally, I like the PMDG just because it has a little bit more to do, more switches and stuff that you need to do before departure. So it gives you some work. Compared to the A320 or any Airbus, it's so organized, so you have the setup is very easy. So that's why I like to fly the 737. If you see, if you are talking about quality, yeah, that's maybe another story. So almost 29,000 feet. And as you can see, we are not climbing that fast anymore. So around 600 feet a minute, but we stay at 250 knots. So 1,000 feet to go, and then we can cruise. And we'll go over to cruise mode, so TGT. And then we also need to set this number here. We need to put that at 700 and I don't know what, because we need to adjust that a bit depending if we go too fast or too slow. So we'll say 500 feet to go. And I'm already pretty thirsty. And I don't have a flight attendant that can give me something to drink. You also see this thrust. It changed all the time, so 95.1, because we are synchronized, so all the engines are synchronized, that we don't fly a bit to the left or to the right, it's just that we fly straight. So we are almost there, and then we go to that TMS system here. And actually it says cruise power settings. So TMS mode to sync. I can already set that to, it's already to sync. So we set this to 720, maybe 730 to start with. And then normally it should go to TGT 730, and normally it should set that. Now you can also change that here. It's a bit weird that it's not changing. There we go, 730. And then you have some arrows here, and that says that you need to reduce your throttles. So until it goes out, so we reduce the throttle setting, and there it goes out, and then you are pretty much in the correct spot. And then we keep an eye on the speed. We cannot go too fast. So we just watch the speed. We are not gaining speed, so we are losing speed a bit. So for now we can go to sync mode. And then we stay at 730 for the moment. And we're just watching our speed. We also check our flight plan. And there we have another plane that was crossing us. So it's nice to see that we are not alone in the sky as well.
Marseille Center Air France 110, flight level 300.
Air France 110 Marseille Center. Continue as planned.
And so that was an Ryanair. And that plane is going from where it was, Echo Lima Lima, and then what is X again? I forgot. And destination is Lima Echo Bravo Lima. That's it. Don't know exactly which airports that are out of my head. And the X is X-ray, of course. So we check our speed again. It stays stable, but we need to watch. Maybe we go a little bit fast, but we will check. So we are cruising now. Everything is set well. And what I will do is I will grab something to drink, and then I will be back in 1 minute. So don't run away. I will be back in 1 minute, and then we can continue with the flight if we don't crash in that 1 minute. So see you then. So I'm back, and then I put the webcam on as well. Then immediately we go back to our cockpit, and then we see that we are pretty close to maximum. So what we will do, we will reduce by 1.
Going to 125.3750, hop 1223.
So, and then have some vitamins in meantime. So then we can open that. And there we go. Cheers. So it's a 7:20 now. And then yep, we still watch our speed. So it will be something between 7:20, 7:30 that we need to hold for today. It's also depending on the wind. So I don't know which wind we have now. We have 57 knots crosswind. It's coming from direction 200. So actually from the south. Yeah, from the south. So the speed looks great. So once you have set everything correctly with this plane, then yeah, you can relax a bit, but always keep an eye on the speed. And before we land, we need to put on the APU again. We cannot forget that. Also the AC pump and the PTU, I believe. We will check that immediately. So in the descent settings, so we go to minimum power. So landing lights, passenger signs, anti-ice if needed. Hydraulic AC pump and PTU need to be on or on auto. And then also at 5,000 feet we need to put our APU on, APU air and APU and engine air. And I think we forgot to put off the, no, it's off. And engine air needs to be off, all four off. So that's the procedure that we need to follow. I think if you don't do that, that's also not a problem, except the APU. Because you can also leave on the APU for the whole flight, it won't change anything. So then we have something to say about the Air France fleet, because we are flying the Air France livery, so I can say something about Air France. So Air France, for sure, they are from France. They are founded in October 1933. So it's actually part of a group from Air France and KLM from Holland. So headquarters is Paris, Charles de Gaulle, and then they have also bases in Orly, Lyon, Marseille, and the fleet size is 213 aircraft and 3 on order or planet. And the average fleet age is 14.1 years old. They have the Airbus A320. No, Airbus A220, sorry, the 300 series, and they have 12 of them that are actually the latest planes that they have. Average age 6 months. They have also the Airbus A318-100. They have 11 of them. They have also 25 Airbus A319-100, and then they have 40 Airbuses A320, all 200 series. They have 19 Airbus 321, 5 of them are the 100 series, and 14 are the 200 series. And then they have also 15 Airbuses A330 200s. Also the Airbus A350 XWB, and they have 18 from them, that's the 900 series. And then they have also the Boeing 777. They have 18 200s, 43 300 ER, and then also 2 freighters. And then they have also the Boeing 787 Dreamliner 9, and they have in total 10 of them. So that makes 213 planes, and they have 3 coming, and that are 3 A350 XWB. So that's the fleet of Air France. And in the past they had also the, and I don't see it immediately, but the British Aerospace 146 Avro RG. So they had the 100, 146, 100, 4 of them in the past, the 200, 23 of them, the 300, 6 of them, and the Avro RG 85, 15 of them. That plane come later this year, the RG 70s, 85 and 100 or something. Ivan RS, hello all, welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well. So, and then we have Sean, hello, very nice done. Thank you, Sean. Hello, hello. Hope you are doing fine, and welcome to the stream as well. So I've already my vitamins and my favorite plane. When we fly with Air France today, is by CityJet, and yeah. Our speed is still okay. That's one thing we need to keep an eye on. And for the rest, everything is going smooth. Only the takeoff was a bit, again, the plane was lifting to the left before we took off. That's an issue that I have almost every time. But yeah, we have no damage. Autopilot is working correctly. We could take off, no problems. And everything is fine, no alarms. It's wonderful. Sean, Air France is always either very good or very bad, at least for you. Alright. And then we have also GH77. Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. So I hope you are doing fine. And I see that it's 18 degrees in France, at least in Lourdes. Or how you call it in French? Lourdes? I don't know. So it's 18 degrees there. That's what the sim is giving me. So also Lookout tool is giving me that. So it's a bit fresher than and not so hot anymore. Also in Belgium it was today maximum 24, 25 degrees something. And we had some rain finally in the morning, light rain, perfect. it was, but then after in the afternoon it was very yeah, humid. It was that you were in the rainforest or something. So still freaking hot here in the room. Still sweating like a pig. So also a GH77, I saw a video about the what we're talking on Discord from that GSX. I see a lot of streams now. Yeah, the streamers got the copy or the beta version of it, so they are streaming it all together at the same time, it seems. Yeah, their version of the GSX, if I pronounce that good or say that correctly. And it looks actually, yeah, very, very nice. So I think I will get it. It will be released this month, I hear. So yeah, we'll see. So we will wait for that. Other than that, we were also talking about the 146 and the RG that is coming. So the RG is actually in the same plane as the 146, the one that we are flying right now, only with newer systems on board and also better engine performance. So let's hope. What I really like to see is that they have better textures for the cabin, also the seats that are not like this, and also the walls. I like better texture in general for the whole cabin. That's one thing. And then also the other thing is that this thing here, instead of those two click spots here, that they just model this hatch and that we can open it. If they can do that, then I will be very, very happy. Other than that, it's a great plane. Sean, how much will it cost and where it will be sold? Good question. No clue about price. I think GH77 maybe can answer that, because he had that in the past in another sim. So maybe he can say that price from that simulator. Maybe it will be a bit the same, always count a little bit more. So yeah, and where it will be sold, no idea. I don't know who it makes it. So I just saw one stream or one video about it when I was shopping. So it was just a little bit, because I didn't have much time. But yeah, G77. Oh yes, the RG looks promising. So no excuses anymore for me to jump in. Yeah. I hope that they will make the cabin and like the seats look like the seats in the Fokker F28 that they will bring later this year or beginning next year. Those on the pictures, that's what I can see on the pictures, that those seats look much better. So that cockpit textures are much better, and now they can update this plane with better textures for the cockpit, and also yeah, the RG with a nice, very nice cabin, and also that hatch in the cockpit for the emergency landing gear, that I will model that. And then for me, this is the perfect plane. Maybe the RG even better than this one. Because I use this mainly in ONAIR company, because and I like to find the limits and then land on small airports, and not always the big ones, but on small airports. And I struggle big time with this one. I got a message on the forum actually from one of the staff members of Just Flight, and he was explaining the reason actually why I was suffering the takeoff on a runway that actually is long enough. But it has also to do with the altitude of the airport. So that day our departure airport was docked or something. It was 2,700 meters high, and then we needed to go to another airport. We could land there, no problem, but also departing at that airport, it was a shorter airport. So yeah, they say if the elevation of the airport is yeah, pretty high above sea level, and with a full loaded plane or almost full loaded plane, it will be very tricky to take off. GH77 P3D, they had two versions, base package 30 euro and another 20 or 25 euro for the level 2 expansion, which includes those passenger boarding, unboarding, and lots of jetway. Yeah, I saw that in that one video, that first the pilots come through the jetway, the two pilots come through the jetway, then also the flight attendants come through the jetway, and then after the passengers come through the jetway. So yeah, I hope they just bundle everything in one package and they don't make it too expensive. GS77, yeah, I'm afraid you will be right. So you think they will sell the GSX and the GSX Pro? Your guess is $29.99 for the GSX and $49.99 for the GSX Pro. But just a guess for that amount, they should better be good. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm afraid you will be pretty much in the good direction. So it's expensive. The 772 versions I think have already been confirmed. They just said that the base package will include more than the base package in P3D. Yeah, I heard also something about that. About two versions. But yeah, like I said, I was just seeing a short part of it, and I didn't have much time. But because you were talking about it in Discord, I say I need to check it out, and yeah, I saw one video on accident actually, and I say okay, I will watch that. So in the meantime, we needed to shop to go to the supermarket, and yeah, so we will see. I believe it will be on the end of the month that it will be released, or yeah, this month. So Sean, it will cost a bit, unfortunately. So we are here at the mountains. Very nice. So these are the Italian mountains, I think. No? Are we in Italy? Yes, we are. These are the Alps. Where is this now? Still France. It's on the border. And Miss Lizzie is also here today, so she was in the mood to fly with us today, so that's very nice. So our departure temperature was 18 degrees, our destination is 28 degrees. So we will give them some Wi-Fi as well in our plane. We don't have that, but yeah, we just put it on.
If you need any assistance, ask for one of our crew members. Thank you.
So, let me see how far we need to go. We go to the program page. I always need to look where I need to go. So, program. And we have still 350 nautical miles to go. So 48 minutes to fly. And the fuel seems to be alright. So meantime we have 13 votes for the poll that I put on, and I'm very surprised. So the Flabberwire, I think it got one vote at least from Sean, and then the Phoenix, yeah. So 31% for the Flabberwire, and then 38% for the Phoenix, 23% for the Just Flight, and only 8% for the PMDG. I think it says enough. So, who's willing to buy the PMDG 737-800? Who?
Request clearance to transition Charlie
Nobody?
airspace.
Air France 110 Milan Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace, Air France 110.
So tomorrow we have our last flight of the week. So we fly tomorrow actually from Tanzania to Kigali in Rwanda. We do that with the headwind A330-900. So that will be the last flight of the week. Maybe I do another flight on Sunday, but that will be a bush flight. But I was actually thinking to wait until sim date update or world update 10. What is it? Sim update 10, I think it is, because all the coast of Alaska where I want to fly is actually frozen, and it's summertime, so it's covered with snow. The water is frozen, and yeah, it's actually summertime at this moment. So the real weather, live weather, whatever it calls or is called, yeah, it's not working there properly. So more inwards to the land, there is no snow, but all the coast is covered with snow. So that's actually not nice to see. And so I'm still thinking, well, I continue with that bush flying in Alaska. Do I need to change to another location, to another country, or I just wait until sim update 10 comes out and then see if it's fixed or not. Now it's not so promising, because it's already for a long time that problem is going on. Lots of people complained about that and saw that issue already. It's already reported many times, and it's still like that. So I think it's already more than 1 year or maybe already from the beginning from the simulator, who knows. But flying in Alaska is a challenging thing, but also very beautiful if you see something, at least depending on the weather conditions. But it's a very nice place to see. If you have a bit of wind or a lot of wind, then you see also the waves. So if you really like to fly real weather, then Alaska is a place for wind conditions and rain and stuff. Only at this point all the coast is frozen in the summer. Very weird to see. So actually, and the purposes of that flying, that bush flying in Alaska, is to start after, when I have the money for in ONAIR company, to start a virtual company, and ONAIR company to start up in Alaska and to fly there, to bush flying, and then we can also upgrade to bigger planes as well. But that's for much later, because it just started and there's a long way to go.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Expect ILS X-ray runway, tree 6 approach via Tango Oscar, Papa transition. Clear to Tango Oscar, Papa Ryanair 5731.
So other news we don't have for this week, just about GSX. But that will come very soon, this month. Other than that, yeah, the PMDG 737-800 will come as well this month normally. But if I see the numbers in my poll, everyone was waiting in the beginning for the 800. Everyone wanted the 800, and if I see now the numbers, it's not so promising anymore. So I'm very surprised to see that. And I'm also happy to hear that GH77 is sold for the RG. He likes the 146 as well, but he will like the RG even more. He told me why, so I can follow him, and I think it will be the same for me. In the meantime, I'm used to this plane and the RG. It will just be an upgrade, and I can use it for ONAIR company to hopefully take off on even shorter runways. And actually I need to see the specs for that in real life. Like in ONAIR company, they say level 1 airport, that you can, that's a minimum airport that you need. Well, I have already troubles at level 3 airport, so I will never land at a level 1 airport. Maybe if you are not loaded up, that it will be no problem, but fully loaded is impossible. If you compare it with the 100, that's a piece of cake. It's a big difference between the 100 and the 300, for sure. So for the people that want to see a Navigraph, well, here it is. We are just over halfway. So yep. And we are in Italy. And I think we will fly over my friend's place where he lives, in Padova. If I pronounce that correctly, Padova is in the north of Italy. And so, if you are listening, well, greetings from me. But I don't think so. Yeah, maybe it's 10 o'clock past 10:32. So I think maybe he has done working. So for the people that like this stream, please give it a thumbs up if you really like it. If not, then thumbs down, of course. So GS77 working so long and so late is not much fun. Well, yeah, he's from Italy, from the north of Italy. Yeah, but he starts later. It's not that he starts in the morning. He starts, I don't know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then he works around until 10, 11, sometimes later. So yeah, I know also people here in Belgium that starts at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. They are done at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock sometimes. So also El Papino is from France, and is also working until 10:30 in the evening or so. That they just come home at 10:30 or so. Yeah, so it's some people like that, some not, because for me it's not good. In the morning you have not much or not that much time to do something, so it's actually a waste of time, and then you need to go to work. The only thing is that you can sleep a bit longer if you are alone. If you have no kids, then you could sleep a bit longer, but and then when you come home from work, yeah, it's almost time to sleep again. So yeah, it's nothing for me. So then I prefer to work from 12 hours in a row, 2 days, and 5 days rest. That's much better. We check also our destination distance. See, 258 nautical miles to go. We are still cruising at 30,000 feet. Our speed dropped a bit, but we are still around 250, so that's okay. I need to check the wind maybe. Also the wind comes a bit now from the southwest, and it's 56 knots. But it's the first time that we have actually a very smooth flight like this one today. Everything is working as it should. No alarms, no stick shaker, no nothing really. The first time, only my takeoff was a bit leaning again to the left, like mostly, and still need to work on that. Sometimes it goes good, sometimes it's not that great. But I'm waiting for the RG, also for the Fokker 70 in 100, but they are announced, but they are not on the site yet. So I think it will be something for next year. I'm afraid. But RG, it will come soon, I believe, because the model is actually pretty much the same, just the systems are different here and there. So yep, we are waiting for that one. So in the meantime, I just go off camera. Well, take some sweat off, and then I will come back in a few minutes. I'm here, I'm not somewhere else, so if you have something to say, to tell, then please do. I will answer that, but I will just be off camera for yeah, a few minutes, but don't run away. I'm here, I can still answer your questions. Oh, that's the wrong button, of course. That's also the wrong button. What I'm doing? This one I needed. Here in Belgium we have some problems with brands like Mercedes, and it will not be only Mercedes, but they cannot get the parts they needed, and sometimes people need to go to the inspection for the car like every year, and they need to go every 2 weeks again because the cars cannot be fixed, and they get a red card for it. So and it's only good for 2 weeks, so every 2 weeks the people need to go to the inspection. I need to do that tomorrow, and there's something with my handbrake, so I think I will get the same. I called my garage to fix that, well, and that was a month ago, or more than a month ago, and they said, yeah, in September we have time, and September 24 or something, then you can bring your car. That's very nice of them, with brake problems, letting you drive. Very nice garage. I don't know how it is in Germany, because like Mercedes is from Germany, maybe it's better there, but here you need to wait a long time for yeah, parts. But it's also not only yeah, a German brand, there are also other brands, and I'm not driving a Mercedes, so So we are completely back. I will put the webcam on. Even my headphones are completely wet. And then we check our distance. So 204 nautical miles. I think we start our descent around 90 miles before our destination, and we will do that at a descent rate of around 2000 feet a minute, and then it should be alright. Also, SimRiff gave me today some issues. There was an error airway UN 871 and UZ 871. They use invalid endpoints. So it's not the first time that I have that. So I don't know what the issue is actually. But it seems we have no problems with the flight itself, because those points are in the beginning of the flight and we had no problems. So once we start our descent, we need to change some things. So first of all, we need to go to descent mode and then reduce the throttle. And we will follow the checklist for that as well. Normally I don't do that, but now I want to do more and more with this plane. So every stream we learn something new until we can operate it completely as it should. So also APU is off now. So we need to turn that on as well before landing. So we make our turn to the right, and then we are close to the sea. So we just cross the sea for a few minutes, and then we reach actually Croatia. And then we fly towards the island. And, I don't know how it's pronounced. It's a very weird name, at least for me. So our course is in, our ILS is also in. So 174 nautical miles to go. And then we see that we have also some weird settings here, or textures. So here's a straight line with snow, and then on the other side nothing from snow. The same here. And also see that the sun is going down slowly. We are not real time, but just a few hours back in time. Dirkster, good evening. Welcome to the stream, mate. I hope you are doing fine and that you had a wonderful day. Hope that you also had some rain in Germany. So we are not far anymore from our top of descent, and we had no problem so far with this amazing plane. We just takeoff was a bit tricky, but other than that, a smooth flight. Normally we have one alarm or a stick shaker that is going off, but today no, it's going fine. G77, no rain here so far. Well, we were lucky today. We had, at least at my place in the morning, it was raining very softly. So that's good, because the ground is so dry. If it starts to rain hard, then it will be flooding, and the rain cannot go away. Like in a city or two here in Belgium, we had that problem already today or yesterday. But here at my place, it was raining very softly the whole time before noon. Drexler, you are in the UK, but plenty of rain too. Oh, alright. Well, plenty. That's also not promising, but yeah. Well, I hope it stays. Now it's not raining anymore, but since this afternoon, but it was just like we were in the rainforest. You were sweating so hard, and it was so humid. It's yeah, but in the morning it was actually very nice. In the afternoon it was like 23, 24, maybe 25 degrees. Yeah, there's very humid today, yes, indeed, same here. So 20 minutes to our arrival, and 142 nautical miles to go. So around 90-95 nautical miles before our destination, we will start our descent. Dexter, do you have a preference with the 146, the 100, 200 or 300? Not really. Yeah, I fly this one, the 300, mostly because I use that in ONAIR company, and you cannot just switch a plane in ONAIR company like that. So yeah, mostly the 300, but I was testing the 100 for takeoff performance, and that is a big difference. You can fully loaded flaps 30, I think. You can take off at 110 knots, so that's already much better than the 300. So takeoff performance is very nice with the 100. So yeah, if you see to the looks, I prefer more the 300 or the 200. I'm flying, yeah. I really need to fly again the 100 or the 200 in a stream or so, because I never fly that actually. I just was testing with the takeoff performance, but yeah, actually it doesn't matter for me which plane that I'm flying. Once you take off, it's pretty much the same plane, just it makes a difference for taking off, and landing it will maybe also a bit the same. So actually no preference. So 1, 2 or 300, yeah, they are good for me. But if you are interested in the 146, I don't know if you know, but the RG is coming, and that's actually the same plane as this one, only a bit newer systems. So this will be deleted, and it will be more a bit of a glass thing. Also gauges, but it's more behind glass. There are other things in it, also changes here. Also, yeah, engine performance will be better, and so, but the looks will be the same. It's the same plane, just a bit more modern. So it has also auto land capabilities, and this one not. So if you like this plane, maybe you can wait for the the RG. It will also give you the RG 70 or 75, then the 85 and the 100. There's a, yeah, kind of interested, but don't see myself paying another 50 pounds for something that is so similar. Well, I was already talking about that with J77. He and me, we are a bit of the same opinion, also you. We hope that there is a discount for the people that have already the 146 for Microsoft Flight Simulator, at least. So maybe if they offer a discount for those that purchased already the British Aerospace already. Yeah. So yeah, I hope they can do that. It's a very nice plane, and the RG will be maybe for some people even better suited. Also including me. In the meantime, I already know a little bit of this airplane, and yeah, I really like to fly it. So yeah, we can hope, and I hope they will do it. So then I will be also in the row to buy it. So you think its chances are good in G77? Well, I hope you're right. Yep. So we are very close to our top of descent. 107 nautical miles. So I will already change the altitude. We will go to 2000 feet. There we go. Then our course is set, and then our ILS frequency is set. Of course, if that is the runway, the active runway. I hope so, because otherwise we will have some issues, I believe. And I'm already looking for that airport, but maybe I need to start our descent first. just a little bit longer. And what is the location, or what is the something with RG at the end? And I'm looking for the airport as soon or as quickly as possible. And it's always changing, so when I click it's always on the wrong airport, so it's very annoying. And so it's all Campo, so that's still from Italy. So it will be a bit early, I think. So we will first start our descent. So we put that on, and then we go to descent mode as well. We reduce the throttles. And there we go. And then we take manual control for a second, and then we go to a vertical speed of 2000 feet. And then we turn on the autopilot again, and then we hope it keeps 2000 feet around that. And how far we are out? 87, maybe just a little bit late. And in the meantime I will check our destination airport. So meantime I'm looking for it, but it's a long list. So all Italian airports it seems. No. So if I don't find it on time, we just land there no matter what. So meantime we are at 25,000 feet. Then we go back to our checklist. And where is that? Just see the top of descent. So we actually need to calculate how fast we need to go down. So minimum power, long range descent speed 250. High speed descent 290 knots, rate of descent 5 times the ground speed. So at the minus 3 minutes before top of descent, and landing performance data obtained. Set speed box. Really? Which one? Oh, I don't know. Which one? Radar minimums, cabin pressurization at landing altitude, TMS mode to descent. So, and then at 10,000 feet, landing lights, passenger sign, anti-ice, and IGN as required, and then hydraulic AC and pump and PTU on or auto. So, that is it. The extra speed seems to be to remain constant and not speeding up. Just reduce the throttle. Or do you have air brakes on as well? No air brakes at the moment. We have just put up the vertical speed and LNAV, no speed brakes. We just set the speed at 2,000 feet a minute descent rate. It stays at 250 around that. So that's good. I think it's made for that. You are always trying to do a runner. Okay. Yeah, if it does that, then or you need to lower your rate of descent, or you use a bit of speed brakes. Sometimes I also need to do that. Now we are fine. 20,000 feet. You can also go to 290. No problems. But once you go to lower than 10,000 feet, you need to keep at a speed restriction of 250. So, and I'm flying on ONAIR company, so it will give me penalty points for that if I speeding over the 250 lower than 10,000 feet. But I'm a bit confused now because I need to set the speed box. How I need to set that? I can only set the speed box for landing 33. That's everything. So I show you a navigraph again. So this is where we are at the moment. So we are just entered Croatia, and then we go to the island of Croatia. I cannot pronounce it, but that is actually a freeware airport, and the terminal is actually made very nice. It's not a big airport, but yeah, it's actually very nice to see. The terminal, nice done. So 16,000 feet. Also I need to keep an eye on everything. I just need to make sure we descending fast enough, and I think we were just a little bit late, like 10 nautical miles or so. So 15,000 feet. But we still can adjust, and we also still can go around if needed.
Air France 110, contact the grab center on 124.85. Good day.
And I still don't have that airport, and it's actually our
Air France 110.
E.
The Grad Center Air France
And then in the meantime they are talking, and then I cannot do anything.
Air France 110, Zagreb Center QNH 29.9 tree. Continue as planned.
And I hope we don't turn now, because then I really need to adjust. And there we have it, first stop,
Rijeka Tower Air France 11029 miles.
and it will give me another runway, I think.
Feet to land.
Air France 110, Rijeka Tower.
32.
29.9 tree. Wind calm. Make left
Was that our thing that we needed to land? I will check.
Make left
Nope.
downwind runway 32 Air France
Shit.
110.
We are way too close.
Rijeka Tower Air France 110 cancel landing intention.
Yeah, just cancel landing attention. I will not do it now. Why it's always the wrong one? For you it's always another one. So I need to do something on this thing. Really.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
So I have no luck. So I will prepare for landing. I will turn on the landing lights.
Squawk 5017
There we go.
Air France 110.
And then also AC pump on auto, PTU. So that's on. What else we need?
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Air France 110.
Début de descente. Monsieur, notre descente va débuter, veuillez regagner votre siège, vos bagages à main doivent être rangés dans les coffres. Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our descent. Please return to your seat.
127.675
Your hand baggage must be
Air
stored in
France
the belt compartment.
110.
Madame, monsieur, notre atterrissage est imminent. Veuillez attacher et ajuster votre ceinture de sécurité. Veuillez redresser le dossier de votre fauteuil, ranger votre tablette, le propre gobelet et votre repose-pied. Débranchez tout câble de la prise PC USB de votre siège et ouvrir tous les câbles hublots. Il est interdit de fumer et la cigarette électronique n'est pas autorisée. Nous vous recommandons de lire la notice de sécurité placée devant vous et vous rappelons qu'en cas d'évacuation, vous devrez laisser tous vos bagages. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing shortly. Please fasten your seatbelt. Please put your seat back for your flight. Stir your table, the cup holder and your footrest. Disconnect anywhere from the st PC or USB socket and open all the blinds. E-cigarettes are not permitted and smoking is prohibited. Recommend that you use a safety card in front of you. And remember that, in the event of evacuation, you must leave all your baggage behind.
I need to use a speed brake because we are speeding up, it seems. And I get already my penalty points as well. Nice. I didn't check that because everything was nice. But meantime we are at lower than 8,000 feet. So I get penalty points for that. So I also go to the other mode now. And hope we can catch the glide slope. And we catch that, put that on.
Localize around. Isolate armed.
And there's another plane, it seems. So we are on the glide slope. We are actually too high. And then we bank very hard, it seems. And do we have the runway there? I think so. Yep, there we have the runway. We're still pretty high. I will turn on already our recording thing, sky dolly, so that is on, but we are still high. (4,400 feet). I will lower the landing gear. And gear is down, yes. And gear is down. 3,700 feet. We go to flaps 18. And we are still not on that glide slope. We release the speed brakes. We go to flaps 24. And I need to land with the yoke today.
2,500.
Sean Delaney 211, thank you very much, mate, for giving the landing rate. And why we are not on the glide slope? Why? Flaps 30. I will take manual control because I need to go lower, it seems. 77 180. Okay, thank you very much. Still too high. Reduce speed. We dive a bit. Flaps full. 33.
1000.
Why that stupid glide slope is not working? So now we are there almost.
Glide slope captured.
Yeah, we have the glide slope. Pull up a bit.
Established on the islands.
500.
Speed up a bit. More power. Speed, speed, speed. Too low.
Glide slope. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Landing time log.
Speed brakes.
Brake pressure seen. Yellow, quick spoilers.
And I didn't see the landing rate.
80 knots.
Director, nice. Amazing Levi, welcome to the stream. Sean, no you don't. You don't need me an apology.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
We were just a bit low.
You may not deactivate any flight mode of your devices. Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the
Taxi
seatbelt
light on.
has been switched off, and be careful when opening the weight compartment.
And this one
as I
off.
may fall out.
We forgot something. We
Thank you
forgot
those
something.
flying with Air France, Air France and its SkyTeam partners.
Okay.
Wish you a very pleasant day. And
APU. We forgot the APU. We needed to do that at 5,000 feet, but I was too busy. That's why you have two pilots, but we have a lazy one. I'm not looking at you.
Jusqu'à l'extinction de la consigne. Nous vous prions d'être attentifs aux éventuelles chutes d'objets à l'ouverture des coffres à bagages. Nous vous remercions
I
d'avoir
need to
voyagé
do
avec
everything
Air France et ses partenaires SkyTeam.
by myself, it seems.
Très bon séjour, un excellent voyage si vous êtes
So it seems 150. Lol, a crazy one. A lazy one, yes. We just set our plane here because I need to start the APU. APU generator was still on. That needed to be off. APU air on. And also those things needed to be off. I needed to do that around 5,000 feet. My excuse, but I was actually too busy. I'm just lazy. She don't do anything, really. Dexter is yeah, she is just sitting there doing no yeah, like that. Amazing Levi, I will rate your landing. It says on 6 on 10. Okay, thank you very much. So I have no dots, it seems. Where I need to park them? Oh, okay, I have dots here, and they're pointing to that direction. And then we have, okay, we need to come from the other side actually. So we just park in front of that thing because there are no jetways. So we will have a nice view to this freeware airport as well. Yeah, I like the terminal. So we will park next to this yellow bird, something like that. The only thing on my landing was that I was at the end a bit low, and then not enough speed. So I was scared for that we will stall a bit. So in the beginning we were way too high. So my stop of descent needed to be like 10 nautical miles or at least 5 nautical miles earlier. So we will put on the parking brake, and I need to turn off the engines now because otherwise ONAIR will not stop. Before I do that, I also need to turn off the lights. So a logo light on, off, and then strobe light off, beacon maybe, and then we can also turn off the engines, all 4. So we will do that here. Oops. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4.
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by ONAIR.
Amazingly, Bear, you have to go. Bye bye. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. So we go just a quick look at ONAIR company. So landing rate 189 or something. Landing speed 116. Landing G was a bit not that great. So block time 117. Yeah, engine on time and engine off time. Flight time 100 minutes, and then all the rest what you can see. Dexter might look into ONAIR. Yeah, for me it's a nice thing to do actually. So our job is finished, and then we get 36,500 and 216,000 and 60,000. So, and then we get a penalty for more than 250 knots under the flight level 100. That's what I already told. Soft landing, that's okay. And then crew impact -6, comfort bonus obtained, and then safety bonus we don't have. Aircraft handling bonus, yes, and soft landing bonus 5%. So that we have, and that engine tear and wear that we have. So, and this is what it is. So, a speeding ticket, yes, indeed. So we click on OK, and then we go back to the dashboard. So we earned, if you see, current cash. So that is what we earned today. Yeah, and that's also our expenses for today. We have also hotel for my other pilots and crew. So, and they also landed today. So this is what it is, and this is a very nice add-on. And then we go to our airport. Very important. It's a nice one, at least nicer as the standard one. So we have the fire truck here, then also our fuel truck. Then we have also a plane that is a bit apart, and then we have also this building here, as you can see, the fire department. And then we have the nice terminal. So this is what I mean. Everything like this looks much better than the standard one, of course. So, and then in the back we have the parking lot with buses as well. So, and another plane. Our control tower. Also, we have some the oil tanks in the back, and for that I need to go further away, and I hope my plane don't malfunction now and don't start to jump. But you can see that also that is added or made nicer if you compare that with the original. So that's also done there. I don't go too far because otherwise my plane jumps and then maybe we cannot do the replay anymore. So, but this is the island here in Croatia, and with the airport, and I like it. It's a freeware, I like it. So back here, and then we go to our replay, and then I'm very curious what that will say, how how that will look. So there we go, my engines are off, very silent. Sean, good night all, see you tomorrow. Well, Sean, thanks for joining us, and yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon, and also enjoy your dinner. So nice. So we have no engines on because my engines are off. So that's a bit of a bummer, because I need to turn them off and I cannot turn them on so quickly. Maybe we can do that. Why it's not working? I cannot click anything or what? Really? I will just try here. So that master switch is not working. This is also not working. Nothing is working anymore. Nope. Okay. And something is... I have some things here. Something is off. So GS77, so I landed but floated far too long. Also had to turn around and go do a manual landing. So yeah. But the landing itself was okay. Yeah, alright. So we'll pull a bit further, just before landing. I'm sorry about the sound. Dexter, because it's only a replay, and no. Because I turned the engines off, that's why. This is not a replay, that's actually a reset of the plane. So it just gives you a reset, and then people see you flying again. It's not a replay, unfortunately. So here we were actually already very low and too low, we didn't hit anything, and this is how we come down. And my nose, oh my nose. Alright, my nose was too high again, and that's very often. So that's why I don't care too much about numbers. It also needs to look decent, of course. Yeah, we were a bit low here, and then I put the nose up. Oh. So yeah, we will do that one more time, then from the inside. Let me check. I cannot go to the back because then we don't see a thing with those flaps, those amazing flaps. And I don't see any numbers. That's a bit weird. Sometimes I see a number, but now today I didn't see any numbers. So that's a bit weird. And we don't hear any sound, also not from the wheels, so I don't know what's going on. It's not only the engines. So the whole sound is gone. My excuse. And I cannot do anything anymore. So this was our flight. The landing was okay, just my nose, like always, and very often with this plane my nose is always too high, so I need to practice on that, but the rest was going very fluent, so it always gets better. And once the RG is coming out, yeah, maybe I will know this plane with my eyes closed, you know what I mean. So I don't know what's actually happening, because there are so many things that are not working at the moment. So I was also on Volanta, so you can also follow me there. And then I just need to say that we have tomorrow the last stream of the week. and that will be from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania to Kigali in Rwanda. So, and we do that with a headwind A330-900. So that's for tomorrow. I don't know if it's a long or a short flight. Didn't make the flight planning yet. So, but that is for tomorrow. And normally the last one for this week, maybe Sunday, depending. Yeah, maybe a bush flight in Alaska. But I also need to have your opinion about it. Should I continue that, because on the whole coast is frozen in the summer, and that's not correct. So if you go more inwards the land, then you have less snow, but the whole coast area is covered with ice and snow, and at the moment it's summertime, so there is no snow just on the high mountains, but there is everything is covered with snow and ice, so the water is frozen, so that's not realistic. So I like to have your opinion about that, to see what I need to do. Do I need to continue that bush flying, or wait a better wait until sim update 10 is out and maybe it gets solved, but it's already a problem from 1 or 2 years long. So yep, let me know, and then we will see for Sunday. So for now, I wish you all a wonderful evening and a wonderful night. Sleep well. GH77, Director, Sean is already gone. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for the support like always, and I hope to see you very soon again. And I hope we get some better temperatures as well. So, and then very soon, next week we do another flight. We depart here in the same airport with a 146 again, and we will fly, I don't know yet where, but we will see. GS77, sleep well, to mate, and yeah, thank you very much, you too, and then Dexter, thank you and bye bye. So yes, thank you very much to all the people here, and to all the friends. So thank you and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. And then I need to find my webcam, of course. Here we go. Bye bye.